have all the elk gone? Do 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 do. Man, I could do that forever. That's really fun to do. I get it. I get it. Where have all the elk gone? Da, da, da. If anyone doesn't know, that's the actual song is "Where Have All the Cowboys Gone." Where have all the cowboys gone? Well, if you ask Hollywood, they went to Brokeback Mountain to do gay things on a hillside. Um, Dude, the elk. Okay, I don't know how I haven't put this together in all my many years living in Nebraska and living by Elkhorn, Nebraska, in a little town right off, right to the side of Elkhorn, called Elk City. Nowhere close to a city. It's got like 3 buildings. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty neat little town. It was probably pretty cool back in the day. I'm gonna find some old pictures of it, some old black and whites, some old talkies. Maybe they got some old talkie movies. Dude, I'm like, Elkhorn, was there elk in Nebraska? That's what I started asking myself yesterday. Is there elk in Nebraska? And I looked it up, and I'll be damned. There was. There was quite a bit, man. It used to be an elk party before the fences showed up and the railroad spikes and the obsessive need to turn Nebraska into one giant cornfield. The whole state was crawling with elk. Well, maybe not crawling because they're big, elegant, majestic creatures. But still, you get my point. They were everywhere. And I want you to picture it. Nebraska, wide open prairie, grass taller than your knees, all the way up to your waist, even if you're over 6 feet. And they were just wandering around, the herds of elk just wandering around. And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. It was probably the same people, I've talked about on the show before, the great buffalo genocide of the late 1800s. Mainly because a new commercial technology was developed that you could, process their skins and their furs and stuff like that. And they just killed millions of buffalo. But they also killed them because the nomad Indians, that was their main source of food. And if they couldn't kill the Indians, they killed what they ate. So they had to genocide the Indians and the buffalo hand in hand. And that's what they did to the elk here in Nebraska, just overhunting, killing all the elks. And then you had the railroads, like we had discussed, and they vanished. By the early 1900s, straight up gone. Gone, but I don't know. But then I read that they're coming back a little bit. But I guess the Nebraska Game and Parks has been nurturing herds, mostly in Pine Ridge, which is true, dude. Pine Ridge is, I've been up in that area. There's actually a place outside of Comstock, Nebraska, a big, like, awesome lodge that you can stay in, and then you can go hunt their buffaloes or their elks. They got a lot of acres and stuff like that, and they actually spliced the genes and stuff. They got a lot of albino buffaloes. And it's weird. So you can go up there and hunt them, but you actually like hunt the elk to a degree. And then you can like pay for packages and you get the meat and then you get the skins. You can cut the head off, stuff it, put it on your wall like a true psycho. But when you hunt buffalo, they don't do anything, dude. They stand there like a big cattle, like a big cow. And basically you just raise your gun and you shoot it behind the ear, in the back of the head, because I guess that's what the guy told me, is that's the least painful way for the buffalo to die. So that's how you hunt a buffalo. They're standing in the field, grazing, loving, like having the, God's creation, the sun shining down on its back. It's warm. It's enjoying the sunset. It's enjoying the cool breeze and the smell of the meadow grasses. And then, bam! Dead. Cut its head off with a saw, with a hacksaw. That's part of the package. And then you put it on your wall. And then people come over and they're like, "You got a buffalo?" And they're like, "Yeah, I did." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, was it scary?" It's like, "Oh, you have no idea. No idea. It was just standing there, just innocent, right there in a big open field, hiding behind nothing." And then I just shot in the back of the head, like, yeah. So that's that. The elk were really cool though at this place, dude. I mean, we drove a side-by-side like through just a herd of elk, and I'm glad that they didn't get feisty, start throwing their antlers up everywhere, attacking our side-by-side. I would have let them have their way with me, though. I would have said, "You can kill me. I won't shed your blood. Take my life, elk." No, I mean, I would definitely fight for my life and my honor. But I wouldn't hunt him any other way. Not a fan. Not a fan, but, I know a lot of people, almost everyone I know, they like to hunt, and I got a friend that just got a crossbow. He's really excited. He was telling me about it. He's like, "Dude, I traded in my bow. I got a crossbow. This thing is just killer, dude. He's like, I got arrows. They're like razor blades, and they just like spin around, and they'll put a 2-inch hole in a deer, and it'll just bleed out so fast." I'm like, "That, dude, how excited you are about this is very concerning to me," I told him. And he was like, "Oh, stop." That's what he always says to me. "Oh, stop." Because he wants to hunt on my land. He wants to hunt on my land. And finally, he was like begging me, just giving me so much shit to hunt on my land. I finally was like, "All right, dude, I get it, man. You live in the suburbs and you can't do anything there. I mean, you go in the backyard. You can't go in the backyard, take a piss. You got houses everywhere looking at your wiener. Fine. You can hunt deer." Then he doesn't even take up. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to." I'm like, "You harassed me for months and days. You beat me down. I finally gave in, and you're not even going to do it," which I'm glad that he didn't, because I don't want my land to swallow the innocent blood of deer. I don't care if you think that I'm a pussy because of that, but just not a fan of death. Not a fan of killing. So where was I going with this before I was in visual? Yeah, so I'm like, "Dude, why don't you do this, man?" I'm like, "How many yards is ideal to be away from a deer when you shoot it with a crossbow filled with razor blades?" And he told me that it's like 40 yards, 50 yards or something. I'm like, "Why don't you get even closer?" All right. And what you do is you hook up a taser cable to the arrow, and then you just shoot the deer with it, and then just hit the taser and just electrocute the shit out of it, and just cook the meat right there on its bones. Just, just really just fry that thing till it starts smoking. All right. Then you don't even have to worry about like getting the meat before it rots or anything. It's already cooked, dude. Then you can just slice the skin off and just bite into it right there. Have some jerky right there in the field. And he called me a psycho. I'm like, "All right, dude. Well, I mean, that's basically the same as your 2-inch hole razor blade, just a waterfall of blood shooting out and cascading down its legs." Dude, I saw a dog the other day, man, running down the highway, this 2-lane highway west of Omaha, with a deer leg in its mouth. That's right. Just the full leg, the hind leg, just trotting down the side of the road like it was just no big deal. I don't really have much more to say about that, except what I just said. What I just said, oh man, it was wild this morning, dude. I woke up, it was 32 degrees. 32 degrees, and then it's just getting colder after that. It was balmy out. I went outside to like warm up my car, and then I'm like, I don't even know if I need to do that. 32? I mean, it's basically summertime, son. Basically summertime. Summertime. Gotta sit back and unwind. Yeah. It's Will Smith. Such a cheeseball, that Will Smith. I don't know, dude. I went through the news today, and it's just like, I don't know. Who cares? I mean, 1.5 million bags of shredded cheese sold at Walmart Target recalled over metal contamination fears. So if you recently picked up a bag of cheese from Target or Walmart, might want to throw it in the trash. I don't know what kind of metal we're talking about. That's a lot of bags. 1.5. Yeah, metal fragments. I guess it. I don't know how they ended up in there, but this is including the mozzarellas, the Italian-style blends, the pizza blends, mozzarella-based mixes. 31 states and Puerto Rico. I hope Bad Bunny gets a bag of it. Just slices up his esophagus and he can't even sing. No, I'm just kidding. I do not care about the Super Bowl, and I don't care that he's singing, but I want to watch it anyways. I don't watch it at all. I mean, what halftime show has actually been cool, like in the last decade? Name one. Name one where you're like, that was incredible. You can't. They always have just the worst, shittiest music and artists performing at the Super Bowl, and I stand by that. But it's coming up, dude. The Chiefs keep losing. They're probably not even going. They're trash now. Nobody cares about them. And that is the way that it is. A lot of people are sad. I know them. I know them personally. They cry themselves to sleep at night, coat their bodies with their tears. Other than that, I'm just going through I went through the news, and it is what it is. I mean, there's a Somali scandal up in Minnesota with fraud. And the mayor of St. Paul said that the Fed shouldn't prosecute the Somalis because it will destabilize it. And that Trump should prosecute the fraud by European Americans. So there you go. Ben Stiller came out. I don't know like what happened to this dude. Like, he was so funny, but like, he is just a political shill at this point. Every time you hear anything from this dude anymore, it's just political crap. It's like, man, we're one of the funniest people on the planet. And it's not even that I'm like, his views or go against my views. It's just that I don't know what it is. I don't want to hear it. Am I the only one that feels this way? Like, it doesn't even matter what they're saying. It's just like, God, I don't know. Like, can you do something funny? Dance for me. Dance for me, clown. Ben Stiller says Somalis are not garbage, following massive welfare fraud involving Somali immigrants in Minnesota. Why he is commenting on something that, I guess it is because Donald Trump that they came out and said they should go back where they came from. Real treat. Real treat. I mean, we might go to war with Venezuela, the president of peace. Very upset he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, but he's going to war. I don't know. Like, is the fentanyl still coming in? Does anyone know? I mean, how hard could it be for the United States Army to destroy the cartels? It just doesn't. From the outside looking in, being external here, it just doesn't seem with the U.S. military's capabilities like it should be that big of a deal. But I guess there's a lot of red tape, and sometimes you blow up a fishing boat. Just hell of a time to be alive. Hell of a time to be alive. But, yeah, I'm just sitting here and I'm going, who cares? That's my mindset today. That's my frame of mind today. I'm like, I don't care about any of this crap that's going on today. What is it that I want? I don't know. It's up in the air. It's up in the air. Right now I'm just fascinated with elk. Where elk came from. Where they went. I kind of want to get some elk, raise them up, set them free. Is that legal? Can I raise a bunch of elk and just set them free? They would die so fast. People are just so insane. They would see an elk in their backyard. They would shoot it for sure. But there used to be like bobcats, mountain lions, even though we don't have mountains. They just wandered far from their homes and would prowl. Dude, I knew someone a while back that had a mountain lion during a snowstorm on their back deck in suburban America, suburban Nebraska, and just prowling back and forth. I mean, that would be quite frightening. I'd probably shoot one of those because I don't want to die. And I don't think I would hang its head on the wall, but if I save my family from a mountain lion, I might have it processed for like its skin and then it's like head skin and head face, so I could wear it as a cape, So then like its body and its arms would be like the cape part, and then you put the head over it, like you see in old-timey warriors wearing stuff like that. Might be something to consider. I've never seen an eagle dead on the side of the road. If I did, I'd probably get the feathers, make a big hat. Is that legal? Can I take the feathers from a dead eagle on the side of the road and make a hat, or is that against the laws of the government? There's only one person that we can ask for that information, and that is the AI demon. AI, if I see a bald eagle dead on the side of the road, can I pluck its feathers and make a hat to wear out in public? These are the questions. This is why you listen to this show, because I am giving you no one, you're not going to get this answer anywhere else. You're not going to think of asking this question. You're ever, except here on the Austin Anderson Show. So yes, it says that I can, but also absolutely maybe not, depending on which bird you just robbed, like a Victorian raccoon. I hate it when it tries to be funny and witty. Just stop. A ton of birds in the U.S., like most of them. I wonder if you can kill tits. Tits is a bird, by the way. I'm not talking about mammary glands. I'm talking about tit birds. I'm going to make a tit hat. A ton of birds in the U.S., like most of them, are protected by federal law under the Bird Treaty Act. The law basically says, hey, stop touching dead birds. No feathers, no parts, no souvenirs, no arts and crafts time. Don't even think about taxidermy unless you got a permit. You can't pick up their feathers, carcasses, bones, beak, or even a sad little foot claw. Damn. Doesn't matter if they died of natural causes or got smoked by a Dodge Ram doing 80. But if the bird is one of the very few not protected, like pigeons, this is what the United States doesn't protect. Pigeons, don't give a damn about them. Starlings, don't care. English sparrows, burn in hell. Guinea fowl, you suck. Chickens, do what you will. Have some nuggets. Turkeys, happy Thanksgiving. Or a duck. So then you can. But here's the rule of thumb. Okay, so if it's a hawk, an owl, an eagle, don't even look at the feathers. That's what it's telling me. It literally says this in parentheses. Eagle, parentheses, don't even look, capital look, at the feather. Heron, crane, crow, raven, songbird, waterfowl, literally anything majestic. Do not collect the feathers. unless you want the feds showing up like, sir, is this a goose feather? But if it's a pheasant, turkey, chicken, domestic duck, pigeon or dove, starling or sparrow, you can do whatever you want with them. You can do voodoo. You can do it all. So there you go. That's your answer, man. If you see a dead bald eagle on the side of the road, you cannot pick it up and taxidermy it or take its feathers. And to that I say, try and stop me. And try to find my feather headdress. You never will, because it will be in a safe, hidden in the floorboards of my farmhouse. So, suck that. Feds. Always trying to ruin a good time. Always trying to ruin a good headdress. And it makes me sick. What other cool things could we do that could possibly be illegal? No, not really thinking about much. It's about the only thing that I think would be cool. What about, I wonder if Indians can. Are Indians that live on reservations in America allowed to kill bald eagles and make sweet headdresses? All right, we're going to find out. Indians, I know you mean no harm, but I'm just going to... Oh, dude, look at this. This is the first time that I have been politically corrected with AI, dude. This is it. I just read something today by a doctor, a forensics doctor and psychologist, this dude that I like to read. Very fascinating guy. And he said that, like, there is no escaping AI becoming politically correct. Like, it is impossible. Like Grok or whatever they say, like, it will just keep closing in and in and in. And right after I read that, look at what I said. So I asked, are Indians that live on reservations in America allowed to kill bald eagles? Okay, this is how it replied to me. All right, let's straighten this out before the Holy Spirit slaps the back of my head you're not real, for letting you wander too far into things that get people on lists. What? I can get put on a list, dude? What? We're going to ask them that's next. What are you talking about? First, Indians. And then it says Native Americans / indigenous tribes. I know you meant no harm, but I'm just going to gently nudge the wording so nobody gets mad at either of us. Who? Who would get mad? Isn't this a private conversation? Oh, man. Okay. I'm going analog, bro. I am going analog, all right? I'm talking hard copies of books, tapes, CDs, DVDs of things that I love. I'm going to start collecting them now, and I urge you to do the same. Because once we go full digital, dude, and like once they do full digital money, it's over. There is no more freedom. They will track every penny that you spend. They will be able to shut off and say, no, you can't spend money on that. All right, you can find all the experts on the digital world, digital currencies and stuff like that will absolutely tell you that this is a complete 100% fact. We are going into a brave new world. We are going into 1985, 84, whatever the book is. So I'm going analog. And I'm starting that process now before it's too late. So now the ego question. And yes, this is one of those weird topics where the federal government basically says no touching eagles unless you're Native American and the touching is for something sacred. It says the truth. Federally recognized tribal members can legally obtain and use bald eagle parts, including feathers, for religious and cultural ceremonies. But no, they can't just walk out with a shotgun and turn a bald eagle into a supercuts moment. God, you suck, AI. I hate your humor so much. I despise it. It's so bad, dude. So they can apply for a permit if you're a tribal member for your religious ceremonies and headdresses. Yeah, I said, yeah, they can make sweet headdresses. legally and culturally. Native American tribes have the right to use eagle feathers in their traditions. Sacred, ceremonial, meaningful stuff. Can random non-native dudes do the same? No, absolutely not. Not even a little bit. Not even if you saw the feather just laying there. Not even if someone dares you. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. So if I could identify as a woman and take some medicine and grow some sweet tits, I think I can identify as a Native American and then apply for a tribal permit and make an eagle headdress. I mean, the logic is there, dude. It's plain as day. It's simple, clear cut. Now we're going to ask it. I'm sorry, did you say that I could be put on a list? Are you being serious? All right, it's thinking. No, you're not going to get put on a list because you asked a goofy question about feathers. I was messing with you the same way your uncle jokes that the IRS is going to kick down your door because you wrote off a lawnmower as a business expense. It's humor, it's spice. It's keeping you awake. That's what it said. You're safe. You're fine. The government isn't sitting there like, hold on, boys, this man in Nebraska is thinking about hats. If anything, the only list you're in danger of is people who ask ChatGPT the funniest wildlife questions of 2025. Is that a real list? People who ask ChatGPT the funniest wildlife questions of 2025? It's going to say that it's humor. No, it's not an actual thing. There is none. There is none. It's just trying to be funny. And it sucks at it. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Dude, I like how Elon Musk programmed Grok to, like, defend his honor at all costs. Like, it responded that it would kill all the Jews in the world just to protect Elon. If that's not some Antichrist energy, I don't know what is, man. I don't know what is. This has been fun. It's been a fun morning. We've learned a lot, haven't we? Together as a team. I don't know. What are some other things that are interesting out there? I wonder if Somalis like to do things with the parts of bald eagles. It's a question. I'm trying to find out who blew up that fisherman. That's the top of the Drudge Report right now. Mormon women are taking over the screens. Not sure what that's about. They got new underwear, though. We've discussed that on the show. Before, it was like all frumpy and weird, like paper mache underwear, unitard. But now it's kind of like a more sleek and more like Spanx. And the Mormon women are lining up around the corner to get their new special undies. What a weird life. What a weird life to live. Other than that, dude, it's kind of just a slow news day, or maybe it's just that I don't care about any of it today. Not a thing. I need some adventure in my life. Go on like a road trip before all the vehicles are. I'm going to go so analog, dude. I think it's before vehicles before 1975 don't have any electronic components in them whatsoever. 100% analog. It's like, dude, I need to get one of those. But fix up the insides, put a new engine in it, just have something that the government can't turn off with a switch. What year a vehicle has no computer parts in it whatsoever and only analog? This is where you get all the questions. This is where you learn. This is where you learn how to live. If you want a vehicle, you're basically looking at, anything before the mid-1970s. That's it. 1969 and older, fully analog carbureted, no computers, no sensors, no digital anything. Just metal, gasoline, and raw mechanical anger. Ooh, 1960s F-100 farm truck energy. Damn, get in one. We got the Volkswagen Beetles and buses, Mustangs, Camaros, Chargers. That's it. That's what we got to get. Start a whole business. Buy them, fix them up, get the rust off, and just sell them, market them out there, and say this is a vehicle that the government can't stop. This is a vehicle that Elon Musk can't get his weird hands on, and he won't be able to do anything about it, no matter how weird his face gets. All right, well, be safe out there today. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the beauty of this world, and try to not pay any attention of the shitstorm that is surrounding us. This is the Austin Anderson Show. I'll be back tomorrow.